The Google DeepMind team has been on a roll lately, releasing powerful new models like the Gemini 2.5 Flash and Pro. The recent launch of this Flash model marks a major leap forward, as it's the most efficient in terms of its costage, as well as being super fast as a thinking model designed with built-in agentic capabilities, making it ideal for a wide range of scalable applications. On top of that, it boosts the 1 million token context window, enabling it to handle vast amounts of data with ease. More importantly, it is one of the most smartest models that is available. You can see from the benchmarks, it is outperforming many of the state-of-the-art models that we've seen on this channel, like OpenAI's O4 Mini, you have the Cloud 3.7 Sonnet, and so many others across multiple different benchmarks. And having an AI agent powered by this model not only gives you cost efficiency as well as speed, it gives you the intelligence to execute any task proficiently. The Gemini 2.5 Flash not only offers speed and intelligence, but it features natively multimodal reasoning with tool use and experimental capabilities like image generation and text-to-speech. It enables seamless integrations of various tools like Google Search and code execution while offering adaptive, controllable, collaborative thinking across any sort of task, which will automatically adjust its reasoning depth based off the task complexity and developer-defined budget. So not only are you getting cost efficiency and intelligence, but you're getting all of these different small things to make it an all-rounder model powering your AI agents. But how are we going to create our AI agents? Well, this is with a platform that we've seen multiple times, and I believe it is the best platform available called VectorShift. VectorShift is the platform that we're going to be using to help us create AI agents with a drag and drop builder. It's a no-code platform for building, deploying, and managing AI agents, applications, chatbots, and so much more. So you can easily go ahead over to the link in the description below and you can get started completely for free. I want you to click on this and I want you to create an account with your email address, or you can create one with Google or GitHub. After you have signed up or logged in, you're going to be then greeted with the main dashboard of VectorShift. What we're going to do is go over to the main tab, click on this plus sign, and we're going to create a pipeline from scratch to showcase how you can build any sort of agent powered by the Gemini 2.5 Flash. So what you want to do is create a pipeline from scratch, which will send you to the drag and drop builder. Now in today's example, I'm going to be creating an AI agent powered by the Gemini 2.5 Flash to create a deep research agent to scrape company sites and get analysis on the findings. So hypothetically, I can deploy the AI agent within this Google Sheet to process a bunch of different leads, for example, a couple of different websites, then have it categorize the target customer and justification of it. This is just a simple example, but you can go a step further and you can automate lead scraping all the way to getting analysis on findings and creating dashboards, all with the AI agents that you develop within VectorShift. And if you do not know how to create any of these different agents, you can obviously go ahead and use all the different templates that are already made. Now to go ahead to create this deep research agent that can process a bunch of different leads, provide the target customer to see if it fits the needs of whatever you're looking for, and to provide justification, we'll need to go over to the main pipeline dashboard and place down an input node to process URLs, like in this case, the website links, and then another node to process the description or the contents that would be classifying the target customer. So we can go ahead and name this URL, and then the other one to process the target customer. Now, what an input node is the ability to pass data into your workflow, whatever is being processed by the agent basically. Now, these different nodes are categorized in different things. You have a large language model node that is powered by different models. You have integrations that you can work with by having it import and export data through these different APIs. You have data loaders, multimodal, and so much more. These are essentially action items to give power to your AI agent, the building blocks of your agent. Next, we're going to need to head over to data loaders and paste down a URL node to scrape the URL from the input. So we want to go ahead and connect it to this. So the URL will be loaded and it will be scraped, but we will need to place down a data transformation node, which is where we're going to be placing down an AI ops node that will summarize the contents about that URL that was scraped. So we want to go ahead and connect it to an AI Ops Summarizer node. Next up, I want to place down another AI Ops node, and in this case, we're going to go ahead and have it selected as a categorization node. So whenever we get the summary from the summarizer node, we're going to then have it sent over to the categorizer to identify if it is a valid target audience that we're looking for. This is where I'm giving it additional context and stating that categorize whether or not this company is my target customer or not. Next, what I've done is I am going to have it so that my target customer is going to be coming from the input node. And to do this, I clicked on this insert variable button, and then I selected the node that I want my target input to be coming from. And then I selected obviously the target customer, which is the first input node that we've created. And then I have it listed over here. So we can get rid of the other variable. And then afterwards, we have created the classification of the categorization. So we have one, the target customer, and then the other one is not the target customer. Now what we want to do is go back to the start node tab, and then we want to place down two output nodes, because we're going to have one listed as the target customer and the other one as the justification. What we want it to be outputted over here. So go ahead and rename the other one as justification. Then you can go ahead and connect these two output nodes to the categorizer. And then for the first one, you want to go ahead and have the output as a category. And then the second one for the justification. Also, sorry, make sure you select include justification. And then what you want to do for the output, the second output node, is then select the justification all the way at the bottom. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and rename this as target customer categorizer, and then you can go ahead and just deploy the changes. Next, what we're going to need to do is use the new VectorShift feature, which is to create a workbook. Now, what I want you guys to do is click on this plus sign and create a new workbook, and you can easily do so by clicking on this plus sign. And then afterwards, you want to go ahead and create a new pipeline. This is going to be the master pipeline that we're going to be working on calling all the functions within this target customer categorizer pipeline. So to send the information into the target customer categorizer, we're going to need to input a Google Sheet node to take in the websites, and then this way it takes the leads and then has it sent over to the target customer categorizer from the master pipeline. So to do so, go over to integrations and place down a Google Sheet node. This is where I want it to read from the sheet and then have it connected to my Google account. And then I want to go ahead and pick the file. After it has been connected to the sheet, you're going to be able to see that it has found the website, target customer, and justification column. Now to call these two inputs, what we're going to need to do is go over to the master pipeline, go over to the general tab, and then paste down a pipeline node. This is where we can go ahead and select the pipeline that we just created, the target customer, and you'll be able to see the two output nodes over here. Now to process multiple leads, you want to turn on list mode, and then to process this URL, you want to click on this, and then you want to select the Google Sheet and then select websites to process this output field. Now to process our target audience or the target customer, we're going to need to go over to general, and you want to go over to this text node and specify our target audience. In this case, I'm stating that I sell into pharmaceuticals and I am looking for the target customer, which is anyone that is in this industry. And we're going to then connect this to this pipeline node to process this function. Now, we can't actually connect this to the pipeline node because the data types don't match. But to have it match, we're going to need to go over to data transformation and place down a list operation node. And this is where we're going to have it duplicated so that it could match the amount of different lists that we have. Now I simply connected the nodes so that processes the text and then have it list to match the different websites within this node. Afterwards, you just need to simply go ahead and connect this duplicate list to this pipeline and make sure that the target audience is listed as the duplicate list. Now, before we complete this full pipeline, I want to go back into the target customer categorizer, and this is where we're going to essentially have it powered by the Gemini 2.5 Flash. So you want to go over and paste down a Google node, a large language model node, and then select the Gemini 2.5 Flash. And then this is where we're going to give a system instruction. And this is where I'm saying explain why the company was categorized as a target customer, focus on relevant factors. And I'm basically giving a couple of different instructions on why it is targeting this lead and categorizing it based off of that. So what we're going to do is then connect the large language model node with the categorizer, and then afterwards we're going to have it outputted as two specific categories. So as first one as the category itself and the second one as the justification. Now within the master pipeline, what we need to do is go over to integrations and place down another Google Sheet node. But in this case, we're going to have it column list writer and have it connected to our Google account and then select our file. So in this case, our lead list, and then have it select the sheet over here. And then we want to go ahead and confirm the selection so that it outputs it within the desired fields. And now all you got to do is just simply go ahead and deploy changes. And then what you can do is simply click on run, and it's going to be able to process all of the things that we had done, and it's going to output it within our lead list. And there we go. We have it so that it has now analyzed all of our leads over here, which is from different sorts of websites like Apple, Pfizer, and such forth. And in this case, it talks about the target customer. It then justifies whether it is a target customer or not. So in this case, Apple was not a target customer, and this is thanks to the deep research agent that was powered by the Gemini 2.5 Flash. In this case, it categorized Pfizer as the justification as a target customer, and it also did the same for Merck. So in this case, it was able to process all of our leads, and this was thanks to having it powered by this pipeline, which was powered by the Gemini 2.5 Flash. But overall, that's how you can easily create any sort of agent that can carry out different tasks. This is more of an analyzer, a data analysis agent that uses deep research to help you execute anything. There's so much more to this, and I had just showcased the tip of the iceberg with this example. You can take it a step further with different sorts of nodes and to carry out any sort of automation or creation. But with that thought, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video and got some sort of value. I'll leave all the links in the description below. VectorShift is possibly the best platform available to automate workflows and create AI agents with. So I'll leave a link to this in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel, follow me on the newsletter, follow me and join our Discord. Make sure you follow the Twitter page to stay up to date with the latest AI news. And lastly, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and please take a look at our previous videos because there's a lot of content that you will truly benefit from. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys fairly shortly. Peace out, fellas.